You join the video as we are driving down towards Cameron House, which is where the Loch Lomond Seaplane takes off from. They had a serious fire at Cameron House a few years ago, and the most obvious routes to it are still shut. So it's something of an intelligence test. We eventually pass this because we try all of the possible routes. The car pulls in and we park. So let's have a look at the map and see just where we are. We zoom in from an aerial map of Scotland until we see the jetty where we're going to fly from. No sign of an airport here. Then we get to hang around for a while watching the previous flight coming into land. I'll just pop up a map of the route we're about to take. Essentially, we will head pretty much due west until we run out of mainland, loop around a few times and then go back east. At least that is the plan. They refuel the plane from a barrel and make some last minute adjustments using a ladder. This is not sophisticated stuff. We stand on the pontoon whilst we have a safety briefing. It's forbidden to film, so I don't. But given that we would have to open the doors in the case of an emergency, I wouldn't give much for our chances. Then we're in, the doors are slammed, and we're off.
Have your headsets. You won't touch any buttons, enjoy your flight. Yeah, thanks. See you in a bit. I'm not trying to be bossy, folks, just keep it over to me. See, when I close this door, my dear, can you push that handle in for me there, yeah?
The flight log records takeoff on the 17th of May 2019 at 18:45 BST. The plane heads northward up Loch Lomond, passing Inchmurin, which is a privately owned island. It's owned by the Scott family, but you're welcome to pay the £5 ferry ride and wander its paths and enjoy the stunning views. There's even a naturist reserve. The plane swings pretty much due west, passing over the nuclear submarine base of Faslane in Gairloch before crossing Loch Long. We fly onwards across and onto the wild and remote Cowell Peninsula. The plane tracks onward over the Kyles of Bute, a narrow strip of water before passing over Tarbert, the narrowest point on the Kintyre Peninsula. The Kintyre Peninsula stretches down to Campbelltown in the south, with the A83 hugging the coast all the way down. The A83 was famously the inspiration for the Beatles' song The Long and Winding Road. Then the plane breaks free from the mainland and swoops in 3 large loops, showing the inner Hebridean islands of Islay, Jura and Gigha. and many more islands silhouetted against the shimmering sea. All too soon, the plane turns for home, and we pass over Tarbert again. We pass near the massive holiday village called Hunter's Quay on the Cowell Peninsula. The plane tracks onward until we are passing over Helensburgh again, with the famous Mackintosh building, the Hill House, shrouded in netting whilst it's restored. Then it's over the Carrick golf course before we come in to settle down on Loch Lomond again. In all, we've been airborne for 53 minutes, reaching a maximum height of just over 4,000 feet, with a maximum speed of 165 knots. We landed safely, had a glass of Prosecco courtesy of the Loch Lomond Seaplane Company, and with no more ado, we drove off into the evening sunlight. I do hope this video has given you some idea of what to expect should you be brave enough to take the flight. Thanks for watching.